Okay, so let's come to our part. Okay, so this was CSS, a basic. Stepwise I will explain like little more advanced, adding on the things, so you will not get confused if suddenly I tell advanced in HTML or in any one language, then it will not work like this. Okay, you have to learn all together stepwise only. So let's learn JavaScript also here, what JavaScript can do. JavaScript is basically a kind of programming language, okay, for the web pages. Here you can do some actions, and JavaScript in page you can write anywhere in the head or in body, in both tags, wherever you want. You can write a script tag, and inside that you can write any JavaScript code. It will work for this page. Suppose I want to write a alert. Alert is a kind of alert box. Like you can I wrote in alert 200. Okay, I wrote like this. So if I refresh this, it will say 0. Okay, so we put 20, so it is, that's why it is giving alert of 0. In double quotes we can put some string also. Hello Dharmendra. Okay, so if you refresh now, it's coming hello Dharmendra. So alert is giving a pop-up box, pop-up alert. Okay, alert function in JavaScript. This is very useful for testing. You can test any function and code like JavaScript is working there or not. So I want this alert to be happen when I click on this button. Okay. Kegan, are you understanding this?
Yes, bro.
Hello. Okay. So this function is getting executed. It's like a C++ function, C++ functions. Okay. So it's already written inside the browser. The code is already written inside the browser. It's like printer. Okay. Then this is our button. Now we wrote only tag names only, but all tags like button tags have a lot of attributes. There are a lot of attributes. Okay, so suppose one of attribute is what I'm telling you. Button is a kind of class. Okay, button is a kind of class like C++ class, and it can have multiple data members as well as it can have function members also. Okay, so those all members are called attributes in HTML. Like if you have some function, like in button have one function member, button class, that is called on click. There are a lot of, but one is on click. Suppose on click you want to give some function name like click function, and we didn't create this function till now. So now nothing will happen because that function is nowhere. Okay, if I'm clicking this button, nothing is happening. But if I create a JavaScript function here, how to create JavaScript function? In C++, we are writing int float, okay, int, then function name. Here, for all data types, we are writing only function, even for void also. Okay, we are writing simply function keyword. Then we are keeping a function name. It can be anything like C++. Function name can be anything. So we are calling this here. So I writing a function. That function name is click. and I am writing some code. This alert is now alert will come, then this function will be called, and this function will be called whenever someone will click on this button. So on click attribute, on click is a kind of class function of button class, and it will be called when some button will be clicked, that button, this button. Okay, so suppose now if I click on this button, okay, this button, one second. Okay, so click is a keyword. Don't use click name. You can say click name, click to, or like work, or work we can say. Okay, this is a kind of work. Okay, so hello Dharmendra, it will run any code, and here I can write anything. Okay, so this is called attributes. Attributes can be anything. Okay, there are, you can give 1,000 rep set, like you can define any, because inside class we can define anything. So on clicks are just like some predefined attributes, just like constructor like that, default constructor like that. But you can define like I want to give an attribute name is Kagan. Okay, Kagan. So I can do that. It's a kind of suppose the value of Kagan attribute is private attribute. Okay, personal attribute. You can give any value. Okay, that doesn't matter. So the motto is attributes are some name key value pair. Okay, some key name, then inside double quotes or single quotes there is a value. So this Kagan attribute assigned to this button now. So there are some predefined, this on click, these are predefined attribute, and you can add your own attribute also. Understood? And if you want to access this attribute, you can access here. So for that you have to pass this button inside this function. It will be complicated for today. Okay, for you. Are you getting till here? Hello?
Yes, but
Okay, it's getting complicated. Okay,
yeah.
Attribute is something like inside tag. You can give some name and value in double quotes. Okay, that is called an attribute. It's like functions and variables of a class. They are the attribute of that class. Okay, like you create a C++ class for calculating some area, or like sept, a circle area. So inside that you like to get input function, then you are keeping like pi variable. So those are attributes. So here also tag is having attributes. Tag is like a kind of class object. Okay, it is having a tag. Button is a kind of HTML class in this case, and it is having multiple functions and variables, and those are called attributes. Okay, so there are some predefined, and you can call them inbuilt also, already mentioned in the browser. This Kagan is not mentioned for the browser. Okay, so it will not do any work. You can use it as a giving some information, like you want to get this information into your JavaScript functions, you can access it. Okay, otherwise inbuilt one will work, like suppose you are doing like ID attribute. There are a lot of attributes. I will be telling about each attribute in upcoming videos. Sorry, practice sessions. So this ID is, let's say, button 1. Okay. BTN1 is the ID of this. Why my buttons are numerical keys are not working? Okay. So BTN1 the ID. Now I can say that I can use this button ID to do something. Suppose I can do a magic to hide like BTN1. Okay, BTN1 dot style. I'm changing style through JavaScript. Okay, display. There is a CSS for display is equal to, if I make it none, that means that element will disappear. Okay, don't get confused right now. Just understand it's a kind of functionality of JavaScript. Now what will happen if I click on this button? This work function will be called. This work function will be called. And inside this work function, I'm changing the style, display style. Display means this will not display if this style will be none. Display equal to none. Okay. So I'm clicking it and it is disappearing. Okay. So I'm using this ID name. Directly you can use ID name in JavaScript to identify that. There are other methods also to detect. So in JavaScript, you are detecting like this by ID. Okay. And here in CSS, you directly writing tag names. And so JavaScript is something which is like doing some action. Okay. Like some activities on web page. Otherwise, web page will be a dead body only. It will not do any reaction. Web page will not react anything. It will be kind of a normal page only, just like printed a hard copy only like that. So JavaScript is a kind of fun. CSS is for decoration. It's a kind of decoration language. HTML is a kind of language for raw material, for bringing buttons, heading, paragraphs, images on page. By CSS, we are decorating or customizing the style of that page. And by JavaScript, we are mentioning some actions like I disappeared this button. I can change some button layout, or I can go on, I can do scrolling on page. I can make some JavaScript use for creating web page game also. Okay. So now, what are now CSS selectors? Okay. Till here, HTML is already has been taught in our classes. So those tags only we will use. Okay. I'm teaching you how you can use CSS and JavaScript with tags you have learned. Okay. Are you getting till here?
Yes, bro.
Yes. So here, suppose I have two headings, hello Kagan and hello Dharminda. I want to give different colors. But if I use H1, then this H1 is applied on both. Okay. So I can use other identifiers, like I can give this H1 to some class, like class, then you can give any class name. Its name is, suppose I give K, and this class name I gave D. Okay. This class name is D and K. K means Kagan, D means Dharmender. Okay. You can give any name. Okay. So suppose I am not writing here any color. for H1. Now you can see both are black. And here to writing CSS code, for tag, we are directly writing tag name. But for writing CSS code for any class, Surendra, focus on here. So you can directly write dot that class name. It can be anything like Kagan, room or anything, and then curly brackets. Now whatever I will write in dot k curly bracket of dot k, it will be applied to the class here on this tag wherever k is applied. Okay, so I'm showing more practical exam of this. Color is, suppose color. Hello. Okay. Sorry, someone called me. So see here only it's applied on Kagan only. And if I give this K to P also, like class you can give to multiple tags. Okay. Class K for P also. So you can see that paragraph also become blue. Correct. Okay. And then D. For D, we didn't write any code. So to write code for D, we can say dot D and then curly bracket for it. And you can say color is aqua. Okay. Aquamarine. So color is aquamarine for Dharmendra. Now I want to keep the color blue only, but I want background color also. Suppose it's okay. Now I want one class for both of them, which will have a background colors. Okay, for H1 and H2, I can simply say H1 also. Like if I say H1 curly bracket and background color pink. So this will apply pink on all H1. Okay. But if I want the same class to be used for P also, okay. Suppose I don't want this P here. Okay, so how can I do now? Pink color on for P. I have to write again the CSS. So what I can do, I can create one more class. This is like dot common. Okay, I created one class that name is common. Now you can give multiple classes. Like I gave class to this became pink. Okay, I gave it to this one also. And you have to give a space between class names. You can give 1000 class name also to one tag. Even I can give this to button also if I want. Okay. If I want, then I can give button also. So see here, this H1 is having two classes, D and common, K and common. So whatever is in K is having blue color. So that's why K1 is having blue color. K is having common, that's why it is having pink color. Then D is having aquamarine, so it is having aquamarine. Then common, so that's why it is having pink color. Okay. Then blue is having again K and common. So whatever Kagan is having, paragraph is also having. Understood this class concept with CSS?
Yes, bro.
Okay. And here I gave two class only. You can give n number of classes, like you can give 10, 20, 100. Okay. As much as you want. Because you don't have to repeat the code. If you want same code apply everywhere, so you can create a common class and you can give wherever you want. Like suppose you want same color on every text. Simply what you can do, star is for all. It will select all. It will apply on all tags. Okay. So if I say color is red, so all will be red. Okay. Star means all. If I say body is the entire tag, and if I say background color is green, so body's background color is green. Understood? Okay, so then we have one more selector, ID. So how to write code for ID in CSS? So for that, it's same like class, but you have to put has. Then that ID name, btn. For our ID name is btn1. Then curly bracket for it. Then background, you can write any CSS property, background color. Suppose it's blue. Then button become blue and color is white. Okay, so color becomes white. So I will tell you a lot of, and that now button is gone because of this function JavaScript code. So for writing code CSS, you have to use a has and ID name, or if you have class, then dot and class name, comma. Color red. Okay, it's a COMON. Okay. Then if you want to directly, you can write for tag also. Not a problem. I told 3 selector only. There are more selector, I will tell you. But these 3 are very common. Then you can, I told about star also, right? So now till now I told only 2 properties in CSS. Background color and color. Background color is this yellow one, and color is this front one, red one. Red is color, then this is background color. We can put background image also for body. Then background image. Okay. URL. Here you can say URL. Then URL will come like this, and then you can give a URL. Forest. Okay. We want this one. This one is your copy image address, then paste it here. Then we can see our web page here. Okay, so it's coming repeating multiple times. Okay, Kegan Dharmendra. Then we can say here only I can say background image no repeat. Okay. Background repeat no repeat. Okay. If I say this, then it will not repeat. Okay. And I can make it to full body also. Background, you can see background with this like that. Okay, that position or fill up is also there. There are a lot of background click origin, blend mode, position origin, attachment. So we can say background size. Okay, background size is like cover. If I say cover, then it will cover. There is a full also, then it will stretch out. So if I say it covered all the area. Okay, so there are a lot of amazing CSS properties you will learn. And now what is the time? Okay, we will continue till this session. Are you understanding, right?
Yes, bro.
Hello. Okay, and before like before BCA, did you try to write HTML code also somewhere in some program or in school?
Yeah, bro. In school, they told to HTML. We did, but that's full basic.
Okay. Okay, this is also like a basic only. Okay, I will tell advanced once you guys will understand basic things. Okay. So for like we have much more like HTML properties and like here we have a div. We can contain like best idea is to contain them in a div. Okay, div is a kind of block or you can say box. So we can put all these tag inside this box and then this box can have an ID or class. Suppose this is having class box. Then we can write CSS for this box also. Box dot box. Okay, for the class you have to write dot box, otherwise it will not apply. Style will not apply. So box is having a border. Okay, so there is a border property. Border is taking 3 values: solid, or you can say dotted also. 5 pixel the size of border, how much you want. Then color of border, what color you want. Suppose I want pink color border, so I got pink. Otherwise if I want that white one, I can get white one also. Okay, this is white border. Okay, now I can make the size of border, so I can adjust the page elements on page. I don't need to give border also. I can adjust them according to my requirement, like login page, login box should be in middle. So we will do that part. And I will tell you about like you can play with the style properties also. Like suppose you want to do some fun with JavaScript by clicking on this button, that work function is getting called. Okay. Now suppose you want to change the color of Kagan. Okay. Kagan. So this is the color tag. You can give an ID. ID is suppose Kagan. ID is Kagan. Understood? Now here in JavaScript I can change any style. To change style in JavaScript, very simple line. ID name. Okay. ID name that which you want to change the JavaScript. Kagan. Okay. ID name dot style and then property name. Suppose here we are giving color. So color. But here you with CSS you can't give colon. It's a programming language. You have to assign value by using assignment operator. Okay. And then value should be in double quotes. So color is suppose I am making this color is blue. Now if I click on this button, Kagan color change will to blue. Got it? Like this, you can change any color. Okay. Suppose I'm creating one more button. It will be called reset button. Reset color. Okay. Button reset color. ID is, we don't need ID here. It will be color. It will be on click attribute. On click, then reset function. Okay. Reset function reset function. Now we will write a reset function. So reset function, this is like set color. Okay. Set color. This function name is set color. It will set a color. And this name is reset color. Reset color. Okay. So suppose I am writing one more function here. Let me do like this. Surendra, check this one. Now this is reset function. There are two functions now: reset color, set color. Reset color will make the color to red. Okay, for the keygun. Now see here, if I do this, this will become blue. If I click on this, red, blue, red, blue, red. Are you understanding what is happening here? When I'm clicking on this reset color button, this function is getting called and this JavaScript code is changing the color style of keygun tag. So this is the keygun tag. Hello keygun. And set color is changing the color style to blue for the keygun tag. So if I click this, this is changing it to blue. Then if I clicking this is clicking red, blue, red, blue. Getting it? Hello. And
Yes,
let me give some name also so you can understand it. Change color to blue. Okay. Change color to blue. And this will be like, suppose common class I am giving this. Okay. So we will give this name. Class is common. So not for that actually. Background color red is there somewhere. Okay. What we will do, we will give it a class. Okay. Button 2, then dot btn 2 background color is red and color is white. Okay, change color to red. Now we have two buttons. Okay, this will change red, this will color blue, this will change red, this will color blue. So it's very simple and it's very fun also. You can change any style by just using like this. Okay, you want to change background color, you can give background color here And this is enough for today, otherwise you will be overloaded, right? Hello.
Yes, bro.
Or if you want to continue, I can overload.
No, bro. It's
Okay. Okay, I'm sharing this code. You can use it, and I will provide it on online resource also, not a problem. And for hosting, I'm telling you one thing. Okay, if you want to host your website free, you can host like this. Go on your Google Drive. Suppose this is my Google Drive, and I am creating a new folder here. New folder name is suppose demo. Then this is demo, and inside that I am putting my file. Okay, this is our file. So I uploaded this file inside demo. Now I will share this demo with the link anyone, and then done. After sharing, go to search dr drive to web. Okay, when you will search here, there will be website drv drive to web. Okay, choose Google, and then it will ask for a login. Allow. And then it will work. Okay, so this is our website. We can keep it like Kegan and Dharmendra something. Okay, Dharmendra Okay, I shared in the group. You can visit. So like this, you can where in the mobile it will work. Who told you? See here, you didn't share it properly with everyone. That's why. Where is the link? Why it didn't come? Shared by my. Yes, but it should come here.